Hi there, my name's Mopsly Man. 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 I'm 19 years old, and this is my process of scaling my content agency from scratch. Alright, we're rolling. Hello, my name's Mopsly Man. I'm 19 years old, and this is how I grew my content agency from scratch. Where do we start? I've always known I was a creative. There was always something to do with art in my life, and I just always wanted to create. You know, if it wasn't going and creating something to torment my brother with, it was wanting to be a face painter. And from there, I only grew as a creative because my mother and my uncle both, luckily, were actors. Since them being actors, I took a lot of inspiration from them because they were the elders in my life, the people I looked up to the most, and most importantly, did something creative. Something that you can't just wake up and do, something you have to grow in. It takes years to become a great actor. You can be a good actor naturally. Yes, there are millions of them out there and a lot of wasted potential. But people like my mother and my uncle, they are truly experienced individuals with wisdom in the craft because they've been a part of it for years on end, and they've studied it for years, and that was just what they wanted to do. So for myself, seeing that and being around that, that's something that really inspired me as a person to want to be a creative especially. So that's what I did. I started out as an actor, then I transformed behind the camera, and next thing you know, I'm sitting here making a video. I've always wanted to be a filmmaker ever since I figured out the beauty of working a camera. The reason why I stepped away from acting was because the very first film I did, it didn't really turn out exactly how I expected it to. First off, having an expectation of a film is never a good idea because it can go in so many different directions. It can come out shit or it can come out beautiful. It depends on who's making it. And unfortunately, this film just didn't work out because there were a lot of things that weren't done for it. And it took me away from wanting to be an actor. And I actually ended up stepping away from the creative field overall just because of that. I really just prioritized being a teen and living life and making friends and growing as a person. And then a couple strings were pulled and I got pulled back into acting, and that's where I ended up going and understanding the beauty of film more. And from there, it only tornadoed me into wanting to become a filmmaker myself. After working with a director that spent all of his time working as a videographer for a business, and he took all of his hard-earned money that he could put into his film, and he did that, and he made his film happen. All on his own. No team, nobody else to guide him. He just pulled the strings together for himself because he knew it was possible. And that's how I find my idols, is finding somebody that's willing to do it even when there's nothing there. Just like an artist takes an image in their brain and puts it onto a canvas, a filmmaker takes that image and puts it onto a screen. So within that, I've learned that cinema is one of the best ways to express who you are as a person, because it is not only a still frame, it is an entire album of frames together, dignifying your talent and your skill. Now, where am I as a content creator? I'm currently 2 short films in, going on to my 3rd film. I have a feature film written out, and I currently have 2 clients. And I'm still in the beginner process. I have so much further to go, so many more things to learn. But I just wanted to hop on here and say that it's possible. You're capable, and if you want the wisdom, you have to go out and get the experience. Knowledge is simply learning. Wisdom is simply experience. So I strongly encourage you to take the inspiring path I'm on right now. Go out there and get experience so you can be wise. Thank you for watching. I have a lot more to give you. But be patient. I have to grow first, so I can be your idol. Mopsly Media out.